NY Post Photoshop tears on Amber Heard's face in the articles. No, oh my God, please send me that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Here we go. Hola. Wait a minute. Let's look at this. Watch the New York Post photoshopping fake tears. We watched the trial live. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? Wow. Monster. Johnny Depp had abusive personalities on different drugs. So here's the article. And I apologize for showing this, but I think that it's important to do so. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's turn it off for this website and let's refresh the page. Let's see here. Well, are there any ads on this? Are there any ads? Look at this. This is crazy. Dismiss. Sign also. See also. Subscribe to the post. Subscribe to this. It looks like there's no ads on this, which is at least a good thing. So here's what's very interesting about this. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. The person who owns the New York Post also owns the Sun, and Johnny Depp sued the Sun. How is this allowed? It's because we're not. It's because we're not rioting in front of the Capitol building to demand some degree of ethical news dissemination. Here's what I really don't like about this: is that whenever you're a news source, you have certain privileges, and it's harder to get sued. It's harder to get sued if you're the New York Post or like a newspaper or something like this. It's self-regulated. Yes, it's harder to get sued, and you have more rights and more privileges. And what do they do with those rights and those privileges? Literal fucking Photoshop. Literal fucking Photoshop. Like, it's not like a meme. You're looking at it right there. There are ads. Refresh. Sure. Let me refresh it again. Oh, I have 2 ads. Okay, let's turn it off. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. I have two ad blockers, okay? That's how you have to use the internet nowadays. Yeah, okay, so here are the ads. So if you want to understand, why would they write an article like this? Why would they ever write an article that's so horrible and terrible, that's so obviously inflammatory and upsetting? It's because of this piece of shit website that's advertising on this piece of shit website. And then Where to Shop Now, Just in Fashion Now, another fucking ad, another fucking ad. Oh, there we go, ads for themselves. Oh, another fucking ad right there. And let's scroll all the way down. We'll see if we have any more ads. And, sponsored stories, there we go. There's 3 more fucking ads. Smart feed. Oh, wait a second. It's actually 6 more fucking ads. So there we go. Oh, there's some more of those as well. We've got even more. And then there's, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Let's see here. Nature's Morphine. Look at all these ads here. Look at all of these ads. This is why it happens. You understand? This is why it fucking happens. It's because of the ads. It's a tabloid. You don't have to explain why they write scandal articles. I don't think that they should be able to do that. In my opinion, I think that it should be illegal to intentionally alter evidence in this way. It should be illegal. Yeah, and they should get fined or sued for this. Like, substantially. Because it's, like, basically, if you're doing this, like, this has an effect on people. Like, this absolutely has an effect on people. Like, the news that you hear does actually turn into violence. I'll give you one example of that. Do you remember back whenever COVID was a big thing and people were being violent towards Asians? Why do you think that was? It's because of COVID. That's why it happened. So that's why it's important in the way that so like, I'm just giving you an example, right? The example I'm using, and the reason why I'm saying this, is that it proves that there is a correlation between what is written and what is done. That what is written causes an act. Oh, there's another one. Panera Bread. Look at this. Panera Bread. I wonder if they know that they have their articles and their ads posted on a website that literally photoshops court evidence. I wonder if they have any idea about this, because the odds are they probably fucking don't. They probably have no idea. Click the author's name. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't care about her. Do you understand? Like, let's say we cancel her. She never writes another article again. Who cares? There's just going to be the next Maureen. And then the one after that. I don't care about her. She's a symptom of a problem. I'm talking about the disease. It's ridiculous. Or Will Smith getting slapped. Or Dave Chappelle getting tackled. You're right. Well, I think that's very different, but it's not that different. I think that you're right about that too. Tweet at Panera, start a revolution. I don't want to tweet at them. I don't want to do any of this shit, right? I just want them to know that this is happening, and I want to make people aware of why these things are going on. Yeah, I'm not going to tweet at them or some other bullshit, right? And get away with it because it's filed under opinion. It's bullshit. This isn't an opinion. Photoshopping something is not an opinion. This is not an opinion. This is an opinion as much as, you know, like a conspiracy video where they Photoshop, you know, like Michelle Obama to look more like a man. And like, you see, have you guys ever seen these? Like that's on the same level, in my opinion. It's just fucking disgusting. It's deceptive, disgusting, and wrong. Click her name, send her your disgust. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to waste my time turning some random moron into a victim because they are not really, this person is simply a product of their environment. The person is not the problem. You understand? If you get rid of this person, there will be another person tomorrow. And if you get rid of that person, there will be another person after that. You have to change the system that creates the people, or you're just going to constantly be playing whack-a-mole, and eventually you're going to get tired. And the machine never gets tired. Only you do. You have to, yes, you have to break the wheel. Yes, there you go. If I'm ever in the pinch, I can just say, what if any, and get away with it? Yeah, that's about right. Media should not be able to Photoshop anything. And this isn't the first time that media has Photoshopped things. They've intentionally changed, remember like the person who shut up the YouTube headquarters? They Photoshopped her pictures too. This is something that media regularly does. I can't believe this. I honestly, I cannot believe this happens. And it's just, oh my god, it's just so fucking ridiculous. And it's like these ads are on there, and like anybody's from people like this, that the problem is the system. No, because you're always going to have people that are like this. It's always going to happen. You think of millions of views on live streams, they wouldn't try to do this, but here we are. Well, it's because it doesn't matter to them. Because like, it doesn't matter because in 3 or 4 years, here's why it doesn't matter, and I'll explain. And this is the beauty, and this is also the evil of different types of, I guess you could say, like print media, is that it doesn't go away. It does not go away. And what does that mean? That means that in 5 years from now, when people forget about the, whenever people forget about this trial, they forget about the nuance to it, they forget about what really happened, etc., they're going to Google Johnny Depp or Amber Heard, and this article is going to pop up. And this is somebody, let's say this is a person who's 16 right now. Well, they're probably not paying attention. They're in school. You know, they're worried about, you know, passing Algebra 1 so they can graduate. They're not thinking about this trial. They have no idea about it. So 5 years later, they're 21, 22 years old. They read this, and the first thing they think of is that Johnny Depp is an asshole. You see how this happens? Yeah, so see how this happens? Like, and like that's what it's gonna be. And like you have these articles written about people that last forever, and there's no accountability as to whether the articles are accurate. 16-year-olds like Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, of course they do. They probably fucking love it. But what I'm saying is that let's just, I don't want to go into the ages, right? Let's say somebody didn't hear about this. They were, you know, busy with something and they weren't paying attention to this. And then they look back on it years later and then they see this for whatever reason. For whatever reason, this is going to pop up because this is a major news publication. What's this here? Time to take New York Post to court as well? I hope so. I do. I hope so. But I don't really care about that because the New York Post makes a ton of money. And even if there's only one case that I know of any sort of a journalistic thing like this getting shut down, and it was Gawker that got shut down, and the only reason that they got shut down is also Peter Thiel, I believe, helped fund it, who's like really fucking rich, right? He's like super fucking rich. And like Sandman, no, but that guy, that was the guy, the smiling Catholic kid, right, or some fucking shit. That's different because number one, they reached a settlement, and number two, it didn't shut the media company down that basically sent the wrong information out. It didn't shut them down. They outed him, and he went scorched earth. Yeah, exactly. They outed Peter Thiel as being gay, and it turned out it was true, right? The guy's gay, but, you know, that's his story to tell and not theirs. And so, yeah, he basically funded all of Hulk Hogan's, you know, his all the lawsuits and everything, and he put them in the fucking ground. And fucking, like, that's some Giga Chad shit. I was so fucking glad. Gawker used to have a thing, and this is something that was, this happened, like, I'm talking like 10 years ago. They used to have a thing where if you saw a celebrity out in public, you could basically report it to some sort of thing on, I think this was Gawker, I'm pretty sure it was, and they would tell you, and they would track the locations of celebrities in real time so people could see them. Remember that? Yeah, you remember that? It was like 10 years ago. BBC used the picture as well. Yeah, exactly. And this is what happens. Did BBC actually use it? Let me see. Yeah, link me the article. I'll pull it up for myself. Investigation here in Germany about those lying articles. They make more money with false articles than they have to pay in court as a fine. Well, exactly. Why would they keep doing it if that wasn't the case? That, like, these publications are worth a lot of money. The people that run them are not stupid. These people are not stupid. So it's always a mistake to assume that the people that you're up against are dumb. Because most of the time they're not dumb. They just have a different ethics system or a different morality system or a different decision-making system than you do, or their goals are not what you understand them to be. They're not stupid. Is it Kyle Rittenhouse creating a company that plans to focus on holding news outlets accountable for doing bullshit like this? I don't give a fuck about what he's doing. Like, do you know why I don't give a fuck? Because it's not going to go anywhere. You think he's going to make a media company? What is he, Batman? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to go put Rupert Murdoch in jail? No. He's a private citizen. He can't do shit. He can't do anything. He can't do anything about it. He's just got to sit there and take it, man. It's so fucking sad, man. It really is. Look at that, man. Look at that. I got back from lunch. Yeah, but it's going to take them like another 20 minutes or so to get ready. That's what they said. We're about to watch the new Batman movie. What the fuck? She used a line. Yeah, I know she used a line. But, like, in my opinion, I find this to be just as bad, if not worse, than, like, the trial. Because this happens all the time. Like, how are you getting away with this? How is this happening? How is this legal? Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Yeah, it's unreal. Should we just let definition and governance board, aka the government, tell us what the truth is? You don't have the government tell you what the truth is. You establish precedent through law, so the legal system has accountability for people that are doing bad things. So it's not about a government ministry of truth. Do you understand? Like, it's really, I mean, like, that's not how it works. Watch it live. Wait, what's going on? No, it's not live. Like, why are you guys telling me it's live? It's not. Like, they're still on break. Like, it literally says it right there on the screen. What are we doing? Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna ban that Jebaited emote. I feel like there's so many fucking annoying times. Oh, look at this. It's not there. Hey, Jebaited. I made you do something. I hate that shit. It's so fucking annoying. So anyway, I don't want to get into that. Now it's coming back till 2. Yeah, exactly. Every emote banned? Yeah, because I think that a lot of the emotes are fucking annoying. I don't like them. I'll be honest. I'm not much of a, I don't like Twitch culture. I think Twitch culture is loser culture. It's being obnoxious, repeating the same joke over and over. I think Twitch culture is primarily fucking cringe. I've always felt that way too. Anyway, so let's go back. We're going to talk about this. Doesn't really matter what I think about it. I'll ban it if I want to. I won't if I don't. Okay, that's about it. So you see these articles, right? And I wonder how many other... Are there any other indications of people using this same picture? Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to happen. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Striking a pose. Yeah, I'll pull that up again too. Let's see here. Okay. I want to go ahead and pull this up again one more time. Okay, guys? Where was the post about her posing for it? I'm trying to find it. Ah, shit. I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's probably going to be over here. Let me just put it right over here, and I'm going to show you guys. Just in case anybody missed out on this one. This is a really, really cute little interaction that happened here. So as you can see here, she sees right here. I already showed this, but I'm going to show it again. She looks right there and makes eye contact with the photographer. He takes the picture. She leaves the tissue in her nose, and then the moment that she knows it's over, she puts it down. Wow. It's the monitor? Really? The monitor's so big, it's on Johnny's face too? Really? That's crazy. And then they also, like, just at the same exact time, there was a sound as if it was a shutter. Man. You know, like, that's got a bit, yeah, you can hear it. Listen, guys, it is what it is. I don't know, it's just some real shit. Yeah, it's obviously fucking real, man. Whenever I have PTSD regarding my trauma, I'm inconsolable and crying a river. She hasn't even shed a tear. I don't know, like, whenever my mom first got sick, like, I don't know, like, I never went to, like, a therapist, right? Because we never had money for that. But, like, I told people, like, a lot of the things that happened to me were, like, very common PTSD symptoms, right? So, like, I would wake up and, like, hear her screaming. I wouldn't be able to sleep for more than, like, an hour and a half. And this went on for, like, 6 months or so. Like, could I talk about what happened? Yeah, I could talk about what happened, and it wasn't going to stress me out. But it was bad, man. It really was. Like, I'd have to go in and check, make sure she was okay, she wasn't dying or dead or something like that. It took so long to get over that. It did. It was awful. It happened and this is like back before I really had a lot of money, right? And so, like, I was just trapped in this situation. It was terrible. So, like, this happened to me, and I was able to talk about it just fine, but it was still very upsetting on, like, an emotional level. So, like, I'm not going to go through and say that, like, oh, well, her talking about it means that it doesn't matter. But I do find it interesting that all of the points of strong emotional feeling come from whenever she feels embarrassed and not from the abuse itself. And I find that to be odd, especially whenever you add in the diagnosis that she had received from doctors about being you know, having, like, these different personality disorders. Like, this seems very interesting to me. That's pretty common, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know how common it is. Maybe I'm not. And, like, again, here's the way I see it. And I see it like this, is that it's not one thing or another thing. It's like 10 or 20 things. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, each individual thing is not necessarily, like, I'm not concerned with being, like, completely on point, 100% accurate with every single thing, because I feel like I'm, like, 70% accurate or 80% with, like, 15 different things. You see what I mean? Yeah, HN conspiracy prep right here? Yeah, sure. Women like her are con men, dude. She's just extra evil and using her skills. You see, like, I think it's a mistake to look at this and to say that this is an outcome or this is because she's a woman. I don't really think this is the case. I think that there are men, like, women have a different way of expressing it because of the way that our culture is created and the way that our culture just generally exists. True Gent, thanks for 5 subs. I appreciate it, man. Like, right now, like, women have, like, a different role in society, so they don't have the same tools that men do in the same way, especially, and I'm not talking about, like, you know, oh, they can't, you know, be successful or something like that. I'm talking about specifically, like, the male and female social dynamic relationship that obviously the law to some degree reflects. Like, men are stronger, men, like, if like, what is the most important thing about a guy? What are the most important qualities about a man? Being smart and being successful and being, like, strong or money or something like that, right? These are all, like, intangible things. And also being handsome and in shape matters too, but I would not say this is number one. Meanwhile, you go over, you look at a woman, what's the main thing that people look at in a girl? It's how she looks. You know, the biggest compliment you can give to a girl in a lot of cases, and I see this all the time in media, is her look. You know, that she looks young, that she looks good, right? It's something that is tangible. So I'm not trying to say that this is an ultimate thing, but I am saying this is a general societal trend, and this is what I think that the average person thinks like. And also, maybe not the average person, but a lot of people think like this. So it's not just one thing, it's just in general things. Because all is invited on stream later on. You should DM him. Yeah, I might do that. I'm not sure. It depends on what I'm doing later on today, because I'm gonna have dinner with my dad and everything. But you know, I'd also be around like this weekend and also in the future. I'd be down to talk to him and see what kind of his insight into it is too. B-Tank, thank you very much for the 5 gifted community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So anyway, you can compliment a woman on things that she made a choice about. Well, what I'm trying to get at here is like, I'm not talking about whether it's okay or whether it's not okay. But I think that it's very obvious that like a lot of people view that in a certain way. So I don't think that like this is a problem that only women have, because there's also only men have, because there's also women who have a problem with an abusive partner, and the abusive partner takes advantage of the situation in a different way. So it's not like, oh, you can only take advantage of an abusive situation in one way. No, I think there are many regards and many ways that this happens. And that's what my opinion on it is. You guys kind of see where I'm coming from, taking advantage of stereotype? Yeah. Amber Heard claimed Johnny Depp assaulted her. And I think that even in her circumstance, it's so true that Amber Heard even referenced this bias whenever she was telling Johnny Depp that nobody would believe him. Remember that? Yeah, do you remember that? Men and women expressed differently? Yeah, of course. And again, like, I think that people get really weird whenever you start talking about, like, gender differences or, like, sex differences, etc. It's very difficult to have a conversation about this that's authentic without having an ideology put into play. And people don't want to look at evidence. They just want to look at, you know, how they feel and, you know, like what their experiences are, etc. So, yeah, only weird people get weird? Yeah, that's the problem. There's a lot of them. Google Amber Heard tear. You find the same picture on many different websites. Let's go ahead and see it. Let's find it. Amber Heard tear. And let's see here. We're going to look at the different websites. So, I just looked at Reuters. They said tearful. And there's no use of the picture as far as I know. Yeah, let's see here. Any use of the picture at all? Yep, there we go. There we go. Wow. Wow. Maybe it's not Photoshop? I mean, I certainly don't remember this. Does anybody else remember her? I don't know if it's a real one, to be honest. Yeah, like, I don't remember this at all. Like, yeah, I don't. We watched it live? Yeah, I watched it live, and, like, everybody was looking for her to cry. Like, it literally, you had millions of people watching this. Nobody saw, nobody saw a tear. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, everybody could be wrong, but it seems very unlikely. What do you guys think? There are more pictures of tears on New York Post. Yeah, I didn't see that. We missed the tissue thing too. Yeah, that's true as well. Let's not for, she got a new PR team. They could be behind it. Check Twitter. It's the Pepe Payne's face. Yeah, not exactly. Let me see if there's something for me to look at. People say there's something that you guys tweeted at me. Where the fuck is this? It looks like there's not a whole lot for me to take a look at. Never mind. Yeah, yeah, we're okay. I've already seen that. It wasn't shopped. I mean, is that a tear or a pimple? I feel like that's a tear. I mean, that's what I would think it is. She did shred a tear live, but it was really hard to see. I mean, maybe? Like, I'm just saying, like, I didn't see her cry. Like, I don't think anybody else did. It's not even just the tears. There's no inflection of her voice, and her sinuses magically have no issues. Well, no, they do. They do have issues. But the thing is that they only have issues whenever somebody's taking her picture. Right? So, she has problems with her sinuses. Pictures taken. And it's not a problem anymore. To LA. Right? So, like, that's the way it works. It makes perfect sense, guys. Obviously. Tears can be fake. She could put a tiger balm on her tissue. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously she could just put, you know, like, it's very easy to do that. She could probably use the condensation from her drink and put it on her hand and then just move her hand up, right? It's easy to do that. But, like, all I'm saying is that there are more pictures of tears on New York Post, live updates and articles. Okay, let's see it. Is it this one here? I'm assuming this is it. Let's see the picture. All right, that's not it. There's no crying there either. Let's see what else we have. That's just something else. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing there. It's the same article. No, it's actually 2 different articles, if you can believe that. They changed it. The evidence photo of Depp sleeping in a chair, being on drugs, is definitely silly and a must-see. Yeah, I'd have to see that. I didn't see that one at all. I'd have to go back and look at it. Shares Twitter for Amber Heard sniff. She snorts something on the stand. I don't believe that. I don't think she's doing coke or anything on the stand. That's ridiculous. Like, obviously, people can sniff something that's just... again, I feel like that's a conspiracy thing. Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, I know that it sounds like... Obviously, if you don't like her, it's very, very appealing to hear that she's, like, maybe doing cocaine on the stand, right? But, like, guys, come on. Come on, that's not really what's going on. Like, that would be, I mean, to be fair, like, there was one guy, I heard about this. This guy was, he was on trial for doing crack. And they go on break, and he's doing crack. And they ask him, like, why are you doing that? But he's like, I'm fucking stressed. I'm stressed out, man. Like, I'm getting convicted for smoking crack. I'm not smoking crack. So I had to smoke some crack to relax so I could explain to them that I don't smoke crack. Obviously, yeah, he's stressed out. Like, that's the main time that he needs the crack, you know? Like, of all the times, it's gotta be right now. Yeah, it's a mega pint of tears, exactly. There's 100 million on the line. She wouldn't do a line. No, she's not going to do that, man. That's crazy. Chuck WoW has no monetization of the mobile game. It was an error on the Google store. I'll cover that after we finish this, okay? There's a few other things that I do want to look into. Because if that's the case, then that's the case. You see a video of her hiding her drink from the cop in court. It's wild. I find that to just all be very silly. Like, all of that is just very, very silly. Hiding her drink from the cop. Like what? He's gonna look at it and see, like, I find this to be so silly. Yeah, I'm not about it. It'd be so obvious if she did a bump on the stand. Let's use our brains, boys. Yeah, well, it's people that have never seen somebody do coke. Like, I haven't really seen a lot of people do it either, to be fair. I try to stay away from people that do drugs, etc. But that's in general the way that I feel about it. Right, Argentina, what's this here? She's the victim only for her crying. I mean... People cry all the time, and that's what happens, right? Is that you do have people, as soon as somebody starts crying or something like this happens, they just automatically assume that that person is right. It's like, well, if they were upset, why are they crying? Or some kind of bullshit like this. It's such bullshit, man. Like, I'm actually so mad to see articles. Like, let's take the picture out of the equation, right? Is like, you have articles like this written. Like, let's read the title. Amber Heard's riveting testimony took apart the Johnny Depp myth. How do you put this on your website? Like, riveting testimony. It's by the same person. Yeah, and the thing is, here's what's going to happen, and I'll explain what's going to happen, is that if this blows up, the New York Post will come out, and if they are just universally, if they actually feel like they're going to, let's be honest, be held financially accountable for this by their audience, because the audience is less likely to consume their content. If this happens, here's what they're going to do. They're going to toss Maureen in the fucking garbage. She's going in the dumpster. And they just get the next one. And then she's fucked because she wrote this article that they were the ones that published. They knew what this was. Yeah, she's getting dumpstered. And well, good. Who cares? Who cares? It's not like... It's like, okay, all right, here. Let me give you an example. All right. Fucking... You're... My God. You own a company. And the company is called Bank Robbers Incorporated. Okay? Guess what you hire? That's right. You hire bank robbers. So, a bank robber, you're like, hey, you rob banks? He's like, yeah, I do. Great, you're hired. So this guy's robbing banks. And, you know, you guys have got a split going on, right? Is like, you provide him with, like, let's say the machine gun, a Kevlar vest, and like, you know, some radio jammers and some other shit, right? I've never wanted to rob a bank. B-Tank, thanks to the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate that. I never wanted to rob a bank, so I never looked into how to do this. To be honest with you, I have no fucking idea. But, you know, you provide them with a bunch of stuff. And then you go, and the guy robs a bank. And then he brings the money back to you. Bitang with, again, 10 gifted more subs. Thank you so much. The cops show up. The cops are like, hey, I saw the name of the building. It says Bank Robbers Incorporated. We figured we'd stop in and just see what's going on. We're like, okay, yeah, we're just hanging out, having fun. Oh, well, look at this guy. This guy, his picture. This is the guy that he stole all the money. He's like, yep, that's him. He's like, well, we're gonna arrest him. And then guess what the guy who owns the company says? Thank God. Thank God you're arresting this disgusting fucking bank robber. Thank God that you're getting rid of this person who's a harm to all of society. And you know what? He got $50 million out of that. So I bet he's got $25 million out of that. And you guys had better confiscate that as well. And then the cops ask, well, what happened to the other $25 million? That's not part of the story. Nothing happened to it. And so then after that, the guy hires a new bank robber. He keeps the $25 million. The bank robber goes to jail, but the bank robber factory that's creating them and creating an outlet for them to occur and proliferate this is alive and well. Do you see how this happens? Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you see where I'm at? Ads are playing at our TOS. Ah, Jesus Christ. If I get fucking suspended for an ad, I'm just gonna stream on YouTube. Oh my God. Imagine getting suspended for a fucking ad. Like, that would just be funny. Like, I would just be immediately over it. B-Tang again with the 10 get the community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, a bank robbing company creates jobs and taxes. Yeah, exactly. They pay that money back. That'd be good content. Yeah, sure. Was the owner of the company named Bank Roberts? Yeah, it's Bank Robbery Incorporated, and yeah, the guy's name is Bank Roberts. Yeah, exactly. It's back. All right, let's see here. Is it ready? Okay, it's about to start in a few minutes here. But I hope you guys can understand and appreciate the point that I'm making with this, right? Where I'm saying that it doesn't really matter, like, what the yeah, you guys see what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't really matter, like, what happens to the individual that writes the article, because it's like you know, like you play cookie clicker. It's like, is it more important to get the cookies or the cookie farm? Is it more important to get the golden eggs or the goose? What stops the golden eggs? Because if you still have the goose, you're just going to get more golden eggs, or in this case, brown eggs. That's what happens. Hypothetical scenario, couldn't a smart cop use bank robbers to get the company? Not in this case with news outlets, the same shit. Any metaphor falls apart if you extrapolate it enough. There's nothing really more that I want to talk about with that, but you guys can see kind of what I'm saying here. Yeah, why is a picture of Johnny on the stream angry? I don't know. I feel like this is... It's not that bad of a picture. I would maybe use another picture just in general, but it's kind of okay. I don't know. Check this out. There's more tears here. Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't see any. I'll tell you that for sure. I didn't see any at all. You see the same photo on New York Post, photoshopped in your YouTube video, unphotoshopped? In my YouTube video, unphotoshopped? Oh, really? If you can find me the timestamp for that and tweet it at me, I'll look at it whenever we go on break, okay? I just don't know exactly when that's going to be. You give a man a gun, he rob a bank. If you give him a bank, he can rob the world. Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Rupert Murdoch is the owner of both The Sun and The New York Post. The Sun was tabloid, involved the UK trial. Yeah, I know that. And sued for libel, calling him a wife beater. Yep, there we go. And again, it's just, this is what happens. What's this here? Did Elon Musk get a piece of that ass after Johnny? TW Doomslayer? 5 subs, thank you very much. I think that it's really funny. I think probably the strongest argument. What's this?
Here at Law and Crime Network, Amber Heard is still on the stand under direct examination.
Shut the fuck up. Just get to the just get to the point. Anyway, like, Elon Musk is obviously a really smart guy. It's not because he flew a rocket into space. It's not because he was the first person to really make electric cars and put them out into the mainstream. It's not because he was, you know, one of the main people that made PayPal happen. No. It's nothing about that. It's that whenever he was around Amber Heard, he fucking left. He saw that shit, and he said, nope, I'm out. Yeah, yeeted and deleted. True. All right, here we go.